Hello, my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? I received this manila envelope filled with goodness in the mail, and I've already looked at it, as you can see, but I think I want to show you because this is cool if you are a fan of the 80s NASCAR race cars, which is like my favorite era. This is from my friend Mark Agee from Ace Decals. If you haven't heard of Ace, you should have. If you build stock car models, he's been doing decals for a lot of years. I've gotten a few from him. Very high quality, but I am looking forward to looking at these. I just got these in the mail. Oh, perfectly printed upside down, just the way I like them. Oh, love decals. I am crazy about decals. I got so many decals. I just love decals. I like having lots of decals. And I love building race cars, and that's why I like decals. But Mark over at Ace Models, I tell you, it's top notch. The artwork is top notch. They get printed over a cartograph. So you're getting the best here. And look at this. We've got this. This is one that I was really looking forward to. There's placement for one of the cars, which is a car I want to do. Butch Lindley did drive this. And this was Emmanuel Zervakis's cars. Even Mark Martin. Yeah, look, we got Mark Martin's name there too. Emmanuel Zervakis was one of the lower, well-known chassis builders, but he was one of the higher known chassis builders, I should say. I don't want to wipe him out. He wasn't up there with Banjo and Mike Laughlin, but he definitely did his share. He was out of Richmond, Virginia, and I actually personally worked on a race car team back in the early 90s that we ran a Zervakis chassis, so I'm partial to it. So anyways, this is just a cool decal sheet. Let's look at it. It's got so much stuff. I mean, I want to do this particular car because it's just cool. Well, you know, it's just cool. It's a cool looking car. I love white race cars. So I dig his whole fleet that he had. He ran a Cup car and 2 Busch Grand National cars, and we've got all the decals to do them. And even, I like this Activision. You could do the Monte Carlo that he later ran a year or so later. So Mark gave us everything we need to do an Emmanuel Zervakis car. And I also kind of needed, that's why I got 2 sheets. I needed these millers for another project I'm working on that I'm not going to get into right now, but that is a cool project I got planned. And I am just really pleased. And look at the reflective foil numbers. That is so cool. These are awesome decals. Again, Ace Decals. He's got a Facebook group. Go check it out. I will have a link down in the description. And you can also find these over at Mike's Decals. He's got lots of cool, does obscure ones and some known ones, but ones that, you know, might not have been done by other decal makers. But another cool one, this is Joe Milliken's car. Yeah, if you're familiar with Joe Milliken's car. But there's also a decal I noticed on here for doing that Richard Petty bicentennial car that kind of got scrapped. The idea, I think, I don't know who it was. Was it STB or somebody? They didn't want him to run it, so they never ran the car, but there are pictures of it with that little eagle at the front of the car. But a Penny Enterprises car nonetheless, but there's just so many cool decals. I think I got it mostly because I don't know if I'm going to do the car or I just wanted to have these decals, but I did want this decal to do the Richard Petty car that never ran. Okay, here we go. I got this for a special reason, for a project that I'm working on that I soon to hope come out with that I can't really talk about.
Oh, it's
from Luka Products, so I wanted to get the decals. But you could do a lot of cars with this. This is David Pearson and Larry Pearson's sponsorship. You can do quite a few of Larry's cars and, of course, David Pearson's cars. But I wanted it to do a particular car Larry Pearson drove that I am making a resin body of soon. Hopefully this year it should come out. And we'll talk about that one. I'll be revealing it. I haven't gotten it finished enough to show, but I am working on a 24 scale body to go onto the monogram / now Salvino's JR models 80s Winston Cup cars, whichever chassis you want to use, but it'll pop right onto the Laughlin chassis that is in all of the GM cars. It is a 24 scale Sportsman Nova that I'm working on to come out with so that you can use it on the monogram chassis. And that's what I wanted this decal sheet for. And just because I've wanted to do a Benny Parsons Copenhagen car. It was just a cool looking car, so I think I may bust one of those out one of these days. But you know, the 80s were cool for these cars, and I can tell you that there are tons of other ones over there at Ace Decals. And again, you can go to Mike's Decals and buy them. You go get them directly through Ace over on his Facebook page. And well, as we all know, over on the Luka NASCAR modeling headquarters group, we are having an all-year group build, as many as you want, whatever you want to build, of Cup cars from 1981 to 1991, the first decade of the downsize cars. Ace has gotten involved with this little, it's not a competition, it's nothing like that, but he just thought that my little group build over on that group was just a neat thing, and he wanted to just kind of, you know, do something with it. And I said, absolutely, come on in on it. So we do have a little side thing going on, that at the end of the year, when we gather up all of the cars that have been built, he is going to take a look at models that were built with his decals. So if you use Ace Decals on any of your builds for that group build, make sure you mark it down that it is part of the Ace Decals little thing, whatever, I don't want to call it competition. It's not really that, but he's going to pick his best use of Ace Decals, and you're going to get a little Ace Decals hat. Well, you'll probably get a big enough one to put on your head, not a little one, but you know, it's cool. We're going to get Ace Decals hats. So just cool decals. Love these. They are so good. Let me take these out and let's take a closer look at it. Just, I've used them before, so I can tell you, top-notch quality. If you're familiar with printed decals from Cartograph, you're going to like these, because Cartograph just does the best in the world. They're the best place to get decals made, water slide decals. They're the people to go to, and that's where all the big name decal makers go to get their decals printed. And boy, oh boy, it's worth it. It makes a difference. These things are top notch. You don't get any bleed through. They're pretty stout, you know. I've never had them crack up or screw up, and like all of the decals you get with Silvino's JR model kits are printed by the same company. So you've seen some of my videos where I'm decaling with that. I even did this video here that I will put it at the end, you can watch, where I was decaling up a next gen car, and I even had a little foul up that most people will go and wreck the decal and throw it away. Now it was totally savable. And we moved along, and the model is still up on my shelf and looks great. But man, these decals, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Nice placement card. Love it. So there it is. That's what I wanted to show you. Shout out to my buddy Mark over there in Virginia. You know, we are all into these model cars for only one reason. Why? Because they're fun, right? Here's the producers.